So everybody's like, I don't understand, I don't know how to tell. And I'm like, ask me. My fingers carried the weight of the world.
What's really good?
What you know about it?
What's really good?
For Whom the Bell Tolls was a song off of, I don't know if you knew this, Follow the Leader by Korn. Everybody thinks it's Metallica. Actually, it was Korn who wrote For Whom the Bell Tolls first. And it was on their Follow the Leader album, but it was a secret track. You had to wait 16 minutes before it got to that track. You couldn't fast forward, you had to wait. Well, nobody knew that. And then Metallica covered that song. And
how did they cover it in 1984 then?
Because Metallica was capable with some weird stuff.
They started using digital.
Metallica got into some shit that really wasn't supposed to be out yet. So they got in it. Metallica covered it, but yeah, it's like a pre-cover. It's like a prequel that you get after the middle of the movie.
It's a prequel.
It's like a prequel. You saw the beginning of the movie, and you saw the middle of the movie, then all of a sudden the directors hit you with a, hey, this is what happened first. You're like, oh shit. It gives you a whole new part to the movie, and that's what they did.
Don't hit my leg with that. It's gonna be all cold outside.
What are your thoughts on the universe? It's ever expanding, they say.
I know, so that's pretty cool, right?
Well, it's true. I mean, you look at current modern science and natural science, and you see that.
I'm sorry, you bitch. Excuse me, bitch. Oh, shit.
Bjork and Tanya Harding beat up a journalist together on the ice rink. Nancy Kerrigan is Sean Hannity's sister. Sean Hannity he used to work for, Nancy Kerrigan used to work for Sean Hannity at Sherwin-Williams. And Nancy Grace was the secretary. She had been at her mom's house right next, her mom lived in like a residential section, but she lived right at the end of the residential section. So it was like, hey, bricks, residential houses, and then this side of that little brick was the whole consumer section, and it was like a strip mall. So it melted together, and they got married. Everybody knows where they are. Everybody knows what they're doing. They don't know where they're going, but they have an idea.
On the New Year's.
We entered a new era.
What does it mean by new era?
I think he means more people started. There's more stock in that brand of hat.
Hey, trick or treat, bitch!
So big. Your dick is so big, dick is so big. You clean dicks like broccoli and wonton soup. I can eat your dick all day in the hoop. I fuck around with a hoop bike. It's me bike, ride me like a damn bike. Suck my dick, let's suck each other's dicks. And suck the dick until we just can't quit. I'ma suck the dick, I'ma eat the chocolate. I'll eat the vanilla beer bottles and I'll eat a rocket. I'll eat your big rocket, I'll eat your red rocket. I'll put your lipstick with the tip of my dick. I'll eat your red rocket, I'll eat your red rocket. I'll put your tip of your dick with my lipstick.
I was right here. If I was right here, I would have fast forwarded. But at the beginning, I was right here, and I walked slow, but I walked backwards. So you would think I was already rewinding. And then I kept rewinding, and I thought you knew that. And when I got to the wall, finally over here, I was like, Brady, you remember me rewinding just now? You were like, what? And I was like, if I run fast and forward verse, you'll see it again. So it's like history repeats. I can go rewind. I can go real fast again. Then you'll know when it happened. And I tried that, and you couldn't figure it out. Well, it made a lot of stuff real awkward around here.
It's got a bad night. Jake's rapping hard.
You had to rip it. Hey, make sure you wrap the throw a little bit. Them full barrels like to hang it up. I think slapping his finger, packing dip in the air. I'm like, what? You grab you like I say, that's a pack of dip. One trying to see, because mine starts down here, right on the pack. Get a good profile of that, and then you lift it up, and your finger flies in the air all crazy. Look, I'll do slow-mo for you. You start here. Swing your arm up as hard as you can. And about right here, it hits this point of gravity where your finger's lighter than the box, or some force you're putting into it. And then your finger naturally starts to float up right here. And then you come to your full extent, just about, and your finger has all this weight downwards, and the box is on top of it. So when you pull back to slap down, the box becomes lighter because you're throwing it up, and the finger gets heavier and heavier as it's higher, closer to the gravity. And then eventually, about right here, hits the box. everybody's in slow motion. Like, yeah, here. And then everybody watched the whole thing just did in slow motion, just like we talked about. You, wow, it slaps. I'm like, whoa, that dude slapped that shit so tight. They're all like, it was so tight, slapped it, so good. Hey, tobacco snap is where it is. And then, so you learn how to do it like that if you can get to that point where you throw back and what I taught you.
Oh yeah.
You hit that and it makes that pop sound that everybody knows. Next thing you know, you got milkshakes named after you. You're making park benches for free. And, you know, you go to the mayor for every problem you have with the city. You go to the mayor. He knows who you are. You talk to him, help you out, and then it's always free. But you have to put time in the work in. But you get to do it. You get to do it. You know what I mean?
Most respect.
That's how I showed you. Remember, think about what I just showed you in slow motion. The finger starts, it gets out here and it doesn't hit back down, so here, bam! Gravity at its best. Boom! Gravity. Sling back, fingers all heavy. Oh, my finger's heavier than I ever thought it would be. Boom! Everybody. Boom! Old Cutlass Delta 88s. Oh, in a circle. Oldsmobile 88 Delta. Blown out bass thing. Just because I knew how to go back. I went back and I let gravity take me. Everybody always wants to know what does the moon have to do with the tides? Nothing. It has nothing to do with the tides. The moon has nothing to do with how the tides come in and out. It all has to do with my finger. The only reason the moon gets closer or further from Earth is because of when I'm doing this. So if we're hanging out, the moon's where it's supposed to be. If I do like this, it's 1,000 light years of distance that I put on this whole world.